Ah yes, The Strangers, one of the classic home invasion movie where mass killers run around killing people. It's one of those movies where you know it's bad but you watch it anyways because it's fun, and that's why they make so much money. They virtually cost nothing to make and they almost guarantee to profit from it, and that's why there's always these movies just popping up out of nowhere. I think we're on Scream 7 now or something. So of course they're rebooting The Strangers because why not, with the new The Strangers trilogy, which I can't believe I'm actually saying out loud. The first Strangers is widely considered to be a cult classic. I personally never found the appeal. Maybe I'm just too desensitized to jump scares, but that's just me. I think the sequel is passable, a much tighter movie, but still nothing too crazy. But then we get the new trilogy with now chapter 1, which is apparently not a prequel but just a one-to-one remake of the original. The premise is just downright like the same. People say the same lines. It's almost just a one-to-one remake in a different location, but it still fails to deliver anything competently. This one's a stinker. It's not even fun bad, it's just bad. In fact, it's worse than bad. You know the feeling where you walk out the theater and you feel like you wasted your time? That was exactly my experience with this movie. I was ashamed that I even paid for the movie. It felt like the movie was insulting me for 1.5 hours straight. It is not at all slightly scary. It's not even funny, no tension. It's the type of movie that just has no redeeming quality about it. Not even blood. It doesn't have gore. When a slasher movie is passable as a PG-13 movie, that's when you know it's bad. And the funny thing is, the movie starts off like decently promising with a little throwback 2000 kind of vibe. Two hot characters in a relationship, road trip, car broke down in a small town situation, creepy old people and kids, and occasionally funny as well. And yeah, you know it's not gonna get any better from this. It's all downhill from here after they arrived at the Airbnb. Look, I don't mind horror cliches because that's the fun of these movies really, but I do agree it is something that's hard to pull off well. Something like the Scream movies are great examples. They know what they're doing and they know how to poke fun at it. Like, I genuinely do not think there's a single bad Scream movie yet, but this movie just does not understand the genre like at all. What works in the original, they just do the opposite. What you expect the cliche thing the characters would do to get out of a sticky situation, they do the opposite, which is even worse. Like, I kid you not, there's one scene where they're being chased in the house, they end up in a bedroom, they lock their doors, and then the potato sack man caught up with them and access through the door. But of course, the optimal solution here is to cry like babies and hide under the bed, which is, you know, fine. Then the potato sack man left because he probably got bored anyways. Then oh my god, after like 10 seconds after the guy left, the girl was like, I think they're gone. Let's check what's outside. Let's peek. I'm like, bitch, jump out the window. You'll definitely catch them off guard that way. I mean, that was like actually beyond stupid. I mean, who would fucking do it like a peekaboo in that situation? There are multiple scenes like these in the movie. I was just contemplating my life of why I paid 13 bucks for this. I get it's not taking itself seriously, but at least put some fucking logic into it. There's another scene straight out of a Looney Tunes. They are both in a truck with a shotgun, and once again, Mr. Potato Sack Man caught up with them in another truck, ramming their truck against a tree at least 10 times. Then I don't know why they started doing this like grand Hollywood goodbye scene. The guy was like, you go baby, I got this, because he's stuck, you know, he can't move. Then they do this whole monologue thing. Oh, and did I mention he has a shotgun in arm's length and he could have just shot the potato man in the face? So by the time he got rammed 10 times and pulled out his shotgun, the girl left and the potato man already got bored and left, and he finally tries to fucking shoot him, but he fucking misses him because every character in the horror movie has bad aim. But that is not even the worst part of the movie. The worst part is the movie doesn't understand the philosophy behind the horror of the Strangers movies. What makes the original so unique is the random unsympathetic nature of the Strangers. They are ruthless. They are just three randos with no superpowers who just love killing people for fun, and that this could happen to you, could happen to anyone. Like the movie said in the beginning, every 10 seconds there's a violence crime that happened in the United States. In fact, one just happened right now. That was actually in the movie, by the way. The protagonists in the original really act out of fear. They're clumsy, but they do make moves to protect themselves, and I would even argue they sometimes have the advantage over the Strangers. It has none of that in this remake. The Strangers feel very unthreatening, and they're so slow. The couple makes the worst decisions to protect themselves, and they don't even fight back like at all. Most of the movie is just them actually running away and camp in one spot for no fucking reason, and even when they do have the advantage over the strangers, they don't even use their weapons, and the result is just really bland. The stakes are super low. It never tries to amp up the stakes like at all. Like, it doesn't really take advantage of the environment they are in, like in the original. No action at all, no fight scenes or anything in the house, surprisingly. It's actually just them walking and crawling around with creepy music, and that is not how you build tension. I repeat, creepy music does not equal scary. Like, even the strangers got bored because the couple is not fighting back. It's ridiculous. I actually was thinking about groceries during the movie. Like, it's that boring. But the most insulting thing about this is that it does not have a good payoff. I would say it doesn't even have a payoff. The kills are super lame. Even when they do get killed, I don't even get to see a drop of blood, which is just absurd. Even if they did manage to live at the end, I would rather have them dead, really. I really don't give a shit about these two protagonists at all, especially the guy. Like, oh my god, this guy is so uncharismatic. In other words, bro has a negative riz. Like, the scene in the diner is actually so funny. I forgot exactly what he says, but the waitress was like, what is taking you so long to propose to your girl? Because he's been with her for like 5 years and he hasn't proposed to her. Like, what a shitty boyfriend. But then he's like, what's taking you so long to get me my food, bitch? Like, he actually said that. He's so unintentionally shitty for some reason. There's also one moment in the movie where they are separated because he's going to get food outside or something with the motorcycle in the Airbnb. Like, he could have just taken her with him and they would have actually avoided the whole thing. And when he actually got to the burger place, the people they saw at the diner was there, and they're actually like so nice and invited him to hang out. But of course he said no because he had to get back to his girlfriend. Yeah, I fucking wonder why. Meanwhile, his girlfriend is so bored alone in the house, drinking alone, listening to records. And oh yeah, did I mention she's getting fucking murdered? I could go on about that, but I get that I'm not supposed to take this seriously, but holy shit, I can't anymore. If you know me, you know I watch every shitty horror movie that ever came out. You know Tarot, that crap, that was actually better than this. I usually try to enjoy these slashers, or in this case, home invasion movie. Some of the best I've seen are Funny Games, Panic Room, and You're Next, which is wild. You should see it. These movies are seasoned, they have a good concept, they have very memorable kills, especially in You're Next, like holy shit. But The Strangers Chapter 1 is like those movies, but remove all the toppings, all the seasoning, remove all the creative brain cells from the writers, and at the end you get a plain white bread, which is not even toasted or anything. You take a bite and you already forgot about it. That is exactly the type of movie I hate. It's disposable. It does not need to exist at all. It's so uninspired, no creativity. It doesn't even add anything to the franchise, really. It is in fact not what the franchise is at all. If this movie doesn't have the Strangers brand or the franchise attached to it, this could easily be the worst thing I've ever seen. I really wonder like who greenlit these movies, because apparently the whole trilogy is done filming already and they're coming out this year or next year. So yeah, we're getting more of these because the girl at the end was like, Mr. Potato Sack Man, please don't kill me because I want to be in the sequel. But yeah, talking about sequels, seriously, where could they go from this? It's only uphill from here, right? Because there's just no way. It would be interesting to see it in the perspective of the strangers, but again, that would break the whole point of the premise. It would be entirely a different thing. This really does not need a lore whatsoever. They are a psychopath that loves killing people, end of story. I swear they fucking add a plot where they like fucking kill people because they need the blood to like summon a demon potato man. Like, I swear I would just punch everyone in the theater. This is so dumb, and this crap's already profiting. Like, fuck. Please do not go see this in theaters. Do not support movies like these because we do not want Strangers Chapter 7. It's a stinky 2 out of 10 for me. It's a 2 just because I'm genuinely curious of how they could follow up such a terrible first installment of the trilogy. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know if you like this format of videos because I'm experimenting with different styles of videos, as you can see on my channel. Comment on what shitty movie you want me to review next. Peace.